Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Giving YouTube a moment to catch up and make sure that this is actually working before I launch into stuff.
Looks like it's going in a minute.
Yeah, there we go. There is a delay, but it is definitely working. All right. So, there were an additional 50% folks watching with the false start a few minutes ago. If you all could share this, just click the share button. It would be appreciated. There are people. My mother is frantically messaging, asking if she's missing the show, and okay, good. Thank you, Anna. Yes, Kelsey, this is the new link. You are in the right place. Still about 23 more folks that were here a few minutes ago. Everybody, this is the new one. This is the new one. So the short, most immediate news is Wolfgang is still with us. He is he's not feeling well enough to come upstairs and sit by me in his normal place. Thank you, Kelsey Blaine Gibson. I see the super chat. Yeah, he's not feeling well enough to be in his normal place tonight. I think at the end of the show, I'm going to try to unplug my computer, leave the stream going, and walk the camera downstairs so everybody can see him. He looks fine. He looks great. He strength and dignity are two of his finest assets. Oh, always have been. And even now, when our time draws to a close. Forgive the slow start. I'm still watching the counter and seeing the difference of people that are not yet over here. But you know what? I think I'll just start with a little song as people find their way back over here. Please share this out because there are people actively looking for the new link. This first song seems like a very appropriate one. Yeah, Aaron. But before I go into the song, I'll let me cover the bases that he has been to multiple veterinarians. I've consulted with multiple veterinarians additionally who one is a very close friend and fan of the show. One is my mom's cousin, and that is in addition to the 3 veterinarians that I've taken him in to see in the last 4 weeks alone. All the bases have been covered. I don't want to get too clinical in this right now, but this is pretty certain and pretty unavoidable. So, before I go any more beyond that, yes, there are no guns being jumped. Thank you, Roberta Acuna. I see the super chat there. Love you too. Yeah, here's a good opening song that seems appropriate. When the night is come, when the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me, darling, darling, stay by me. Oh, now stay by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stay by me. Oh, now stay by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. If you're in trouble, won't you stay by me? Oh, stay by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Hi, Mickey. Thank you for the callback. I got your voicemail right before starting the stream here. For those of you that don't know, Mickey is my close dear friend, campmate at Burning Man, and practicing veterinarian. So, thank you, Emily Thatcher, in the super chat. Thank you, Nicole Pierce, also in the super chat. And Sel. I see Sel and Amanda Benjamin, and I think, and I say, oh yeah, Roberta. Got Roberta earlier. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the Reader's Digest version. In July of 2019, so that's 2 years ago, Wolfgang was diagnosed with 4th stage kidney failure. And at the time, the prognosis was that he would have about 1 to 3 months left. I think he's so constitutional, so healthy, he's just such a vigorous beast. Going into it, he had no other health problems, and that is largely attributable to why we were able to keep things going as long as we have. I for about 2 years now, have given him subcutaneous fluid injections. It kind of looks like an IV drip. If you ever go to the hospital, it's one of the first things they do is they stick saline in your veins to get you hydrated. And this has sort of operated as a substitute kidney dialysis for the last 2 years now. Thank you, Scott Gilbert, for the super chat. Thank you, Terry Smith, for the super chat. So yeah, I guess strength and dignity are two of his most personal attributes. I never wanted him viewed as sickly, as he clearly doesn't want to be viewed that way either. That's not just anthropomorphizing. There are a lot of evolutionary rationalizations for why this would be the case and why it is the case with him in spades. Yes, Meg Sampson, he is indeed an elegant gentleman. In June, he took a bad turn. Toward the end of June, he, for a few days, was almost completely blind. Rushed him to an emergency room, and we actually got this straightened out with blood pressure medication. His vision came back within about a day and a half, and so at the beginning of July, he was good and fine again. But he turned a corner about a week ago where his appetite went away, and he hasn't been purring for quite a while. 3 or 4 days ago now, he stopped eating altogether. And so it's clearly just time. He's been such, I mean, for one, he's been my best friend for September would be 15 years. But throughout this pandemic, he's been my only company in a lot of it. And we've really held on for each other in a lot of ways. Kept each other sane. We've been each other's life raft in so many ways. All I have to do is, give him medications and fluids. As far as I'm concerned, I had the easy part. He had to keep a miserable son of a bitch like me functional. So, he has borne this Herculean task like Atlas. A few more super chats have come in, I see now. I thank you. Christy Davila and and Paul Carganella, thank you. So, Joy King, thank you. I see this. I see the super chat you put in here too. I was going to say, anything that you put in the Venmo tonight obviously is going to go to end-of-life care. There are some steep medical bills ahead of us yet. Yes, thank you, thank you, Aaron. Actually, PayPal even takes like a 2% cut if you Venmo. If you have Venmo, if you don't have Venmo, don't worry about it. Or if you just mark it as a private gift, I believe there are things that you can click so that it's a so there's 0% taken out. Wolfgang came into my life in September 2006. I had this bullet list of personalities, not personalities, this bullet list of personality traits that I had in mind. And so I went around to literally all the shelters in Los Angeles for about 3 days, in a process that I like to describe in retrospect as auditioning cats. Mom went with me for most, if not all, that. And those two sets of personalities I was looking for, I found in Cubit and in Pushkin. But in the process, I met this huge gray beast that just stood out to me and I couldn't forget. Thank you, Goddess Bettina. I see the super chat there. It's appreciated very much. Wolfgang was the best $5 I ever spent. Both Cubit and Pushkin I got from non-kill shelters, so their adoption fees were quite a bit higher. Pushkin was an adult, so she was her adoption fee was $50, and Cubit was just on the edge of being a kitten. He was an adolescent, so the $150 adoption fee for Cubit was knocked down to $75. Wolfgang I got from a high kill shelter in West LA that is no longer there. I believe they've ceased the kill shelter thing altogether in Los Angeles now. I never forget that Wolfgang's adoption fee was $5. And this stands out in marked contrast because I didn't have a carrier for him yet when I went back to the shelter to get him. And so they gave me basically a wax-lined cardboard box with holes in it, and that box was $7. So he was $5, and the box he came in was $7. I'll never forget that particular detail. Bargain of a lifetime, indeed. Thank you, Patty Pinkstaff. I see the super chat. You've been so extremely generous to us in this last year and a half. I don't know how to thank you enough. So, yeah, if anybody missed the beginning of this diatribe, Wolfgang is still with us, but his he's making it very clear that his time with us is extremely limited. I'm going to try to play a couple more songs, and then I'm going to try something that I've never tried before. I'm going to try to take the camera downstairs to where he is currently hanging out. He doesn't feel well enough to be upstairs, and he's in such ill health that to move him is mildly traumatic right now. So I promised him that he doesn't have to go out to any more veterinarians. Everybody agrees that there's really nothing more that we can do for him that we're not already doing at this point. Thank you, Patty. I see the note about the Farrington 12. Thank you. That's extremely generous. Thank you. And Paul, tell Everly that I said thank you, and I love you too. She's such a wonderful, sweet girl. So, if I can do it without killing the live stream, after I play a couple more songs, I'm going to take everybody and I'm going to take the camera downstairs so that everybody can see him one last time and say goodbye. And yeah. Let's play another song. To preemptively answer the question I haven't seen anybody ask yet, I have no idea what we're going to do with Fireside Tales with Wolfgang come Monday. In one way, this was a long time coming because for anybody that missed it, almost exactly 2 years ago, he was given the kidney failure prognosis of 1 to 3 months left, and he stretched that 1 to 3 months into 24 months. So this is a Mazzy Star song about transitions that makes me feel grateful to be alive. This is called Into Dust. Still breathless and on again. Inside today, beside me today, around broken into tear eyes shed into dust like two strangers turning into dust till my hand shook with the way I feel. I could possibly be fading, or have something more to gain. I could feel myself growing colder. I could feel myself under your fate. Under your fate. It was you, breathless and torn. I could feel my eyes turning into dust, and two strangers turning into dust. Turning into dust. I see, Paul. I see what you said. Everly said, and I think that's a great sentiment right now. It's exactly what I'm trying to keep in mind. It's rare. It's a rare gift to make a connection with another being as strong as the connection Wolfgang and I share. Um, but while his time is coming to a close, I agree, of course, that what makes our time together special is the fact that it must end. My view on our personal experience together is there comes a time in every parent's life, and not that I view myself as Wolfgang's parent. He really is my best friend, and I'm sure he views it the same way. I don't think he looks at me as like his cat daddy. I've had that relationship before, to be sure, but with Wolfgang, it's I don't know. It feels more like a relationship of equals. However, there comes a time in every parent's experience where that's the last time that they pick up their child. Now, you don't necessarily know it at the time, but kids grow up. And I would ask the simple reflective question is, does the fact that there's a last time that you pick up your child make that any less special? And of course not. It's the thing that makes the hedonistic pleasures of an all-you-can-eat buffet pleasurable is the fact that at some point you will become full and walk away, and at some point the meal is over. And our time is extraordinarily sacred. In some ways, time is all we have. And the time that we have together is all that is not fungible, not replaceable. I have no reason to think that he and I will see each other again. And again, I reflect to the analogy I made of a parent picking up a child. That doesn't make our time together in any way less special. In fact, that end point is exactly what highlights how special it was, is, and has been. I want to thank the folks, because gratitude is so extremely important. I want to thank the folks that donated to the virtual tip jar last week, and the people that put in for LoveCast 65 were Ed and Susie Marsh, La Chauncey out of Georgia, Rick and Karen Oliver, and Miss Emily Thatcher. Wolfgang, so ethically speaking, morally speaking, the closest ism I have to self-application is I call myself a humanist. It's how I comport myself in the world. It's Gandhi said we must be the change that we want to see in the world, not appealing to an afterlife for want of reward nor diversion of punishment. And a lot of years ago, I came across a term, maybe I coined it, I don't know. I started using a term, non-human people. And Wolfgang has always been the strongest example of this that I've ever been able to offer to somebody that doesn't know what that means. You don't have to be a cat person or an animal person to look him in the eyes and have him look right back at you, and you just get this feeling inside that, oh, no, there's somebody home. There have been people in our lives, I mean mine and Wolfgang's, that don't relate to non-humans as people or as beings, and then they meet Wolfgang and they go, oh, and maybe they try to like wrap it into some kind of reincarnation thing of like, he's Archduke Ferdinand that was assassinated and thus launched into World War I. And like, whoa, you're getting way too complicated and making up some details here that just don't necessarily apply. It's enough to say that you can look into his eyes and he can look into yours, and maybe for the first time you can look at a non-human and see a person there. So soon, my experience of the world will be much poorer for his absence. And I can say beyond the shadow of a doubt that the world will be a lesser place for his not being in it. I'm going to do one more song here, and then we'll see if technology will cooperate that I can take you all down to say goodbye. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. I see your message. Oh man. Okay. Let's try one more song here. This one just seems very appropriate for whatever reason. You get to put the meaning on it yourself. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for the break that'll make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough. It's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, beautiful relief. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel fly away. In this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you feel, you were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting, keeps on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. Don't make no difference, escaping one last time. It's easier to believe In this sweet madness, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees in the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you feel. You were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel, where you find some comfort here. You're in the arms of the angel, may you find some comfort here. All right. Forgive me if this doesn't work. I'm going to try something for the first time. I'm going to try to unplug the camera and carry the laptop downstairs and give you all one last parting farewell with Wolfgang. So if it cuts off automatically, I bid you a peaceful farewell, and it wouldn't be the first time that it cut off tonight. But let's see if we can make this work. All right. First bit worked. I think the second bit. The only reason that we're doing this quite specifically is that Wolfgang is Wolfgang's such a creature of dignity that this would not be workable if he didn't still look dignified. So, hey buddy, there's a lot of people that want to see you. Look, there's Christina. So, he's been with me for well over 100 shows, and this is officially our last show together.
I guess it bears repeating one more time that his end of life care is, well, we're sparing no expense. So anything that you put in PayPal or Venmo is going to go straight to that. And oh, thank you so much, Shell. I see the super chat. Thank you so much. Good night, sweet
Emily.
prince.
Thank you, Emily.
Oh wow, thank you, Sel, and thank you, Emily. I don't know if we're still casting. I see the little circle of death.
No, yeah, look, it's right here.
Good night, sweet prince. And flights of angels, sing thee to thy rest.